is Irontrader. It is Friday morning, TGIF. So we'll take a look here at Bitcoin. We'll take a look at Ethereum, gold, silver, crude oil, and natural gas. Now remember, the rig count for natural gas and crude oil will be out today at 1 p.m. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation, advice, only stock fund ETF. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Alrighty, here we have Bitcoin, your daily chart. Okay, now before we get started, I want to give a big shout out to Detroit Lions yesterday who beat the Cowboys. Wow, what a great Thursday night football game. Awesome. Okay, here we have Bitcoin. All right, now you can see here how this 21 day is very, very crucial. Okay, see how we had this double top situation, tweezer top actually, came right into it, couldn't get through it. And then yesterday we went up into it. Day before yesterday. Yesterday we went into it, couldn't do it, and today we have what they call an inside day. So now we got a kind of like a dilemma situation going here. Okay, so on the downside, you want to watch this 9704. That's that 8-day. Gotta really, really hold that. That's going to be very key. If we lose that, it'll come to the top of that candle at 89,240 level. We'll come here at 88.70 level. Then we come down here to the bottom of this candle. You come down to 86,500 level. We come down to the bottom, 85,200. And then we can retest this downtrend here at 84,120. And then we have that bottoming tail all the way down here at 87,50 level. But the 8-day is going to be very, very crucial. That's going to be very, very key. Now, the downtrend is still very, very much intact because of this 21 day. So this is going to be everything, okay? So 93,924. You have to get back above that 93,924 level. Then what we can do is come up to yesterday's high at that 94,440 level. Then we just venture right up at the top of this candle here. You're looking at 96,145. We look to the bottom there. That's your next resistance at 97,905. And we'll come down to the bottom there. You're looking at 99,250 level. We can go right there. You're looking at 100,610 level. And then what we'll do is come right to the bottom of this candle here. You're looking at 102,610. But this is really the key right here is going to be that 200-day, 103,677. Okay, obviously we have your 50-day and 100-day, but one level to the next. But right now, this 21-day is everything on the upside. You have to close above this in order to hit these levels here and possibly attack that 200 SMA. Downtrend is still very, very much intact. So now, today, this is what we're trading. We're trading that 200-day, or 21-day on the upside, and we're trading that 8-day on the downside. Okay, so we have this range. The key is it going to crack above that, head towards that 200-day, or is it going to crack below that 8-day and retest that 8750 level? Okay. Now we're only sitting here at 48. That's not overbought, oversold. The green is over your red. It shows that there is momentum because we have a good uptrending situation. However, the 21-day very, very key on the upside. 8-day very, very key on the downside. So this could just go sideways here today. We just don't know. But again, just watch that 21-day. Watch that 8-day. That's going to be your tails. Okay. Let's take a look here now at Ethereum. All right, here we have Ethereum. This does look a little bit better because we are still above that 21 simple moving average, okay? See how we have that still have a downtrending situation, but if we can hold that 21-day, that's all very, very positive, okay? So 31.21, that's going to be very, very key. You have to hold that. Next level here is going to be this 200-day. It's sitting at 3081, and then we have your 8-day at that 3033. Now, the 8-day is kind of flattening out. It needs to curl up above, cross that 200-day, cross that 21-day, and then you will push your price right up here, up to this 50-day simple moving average, okay? So right now on the upside, we're looking at yesterday's high. That's that 32.52 level, okay? That's what we're looking for. Yesterday, we made pretty much like this was your resistance right here at 32.70. Okay, we made as high as 32.52. Okay, so right there, that's what we're looking at. Okay, now your next level is going to be right here. It's going to be this 33.76 level. We'll come down here at that 34.12 level, and then we can start venturing right on up here. You have 35.71. We have a 33.76 level until we get to your 50-day at that 36 level. Okay, that's what we're looking for here. Either on the upside, we crack above it, then we have the 100-day right there. Okay, now on the downside here, just watch this 21-day. 31.21, that's going to be key. Watch that 200-day and then watch that 8-day. If we start losing that, then we can come down to the bottom here. You're looking at that 28.89 level. We have a 28.55. We'll come down here at 27.64 level, and we'll come down to the bottom at 27.28, and your big retest there at 26.27. Okay, but right now we just have this sideways action, but it's actually your uptrending situation, and it's a little bit better in Bitcoin because now we are above this 21-day. It just needs to hold it. Okay, now 45, that's not overbought, oversold. The green is over your red, shows a momentum to the upside situation. So let's just see if it can hold that 21-day, that 200-day, and 8-day. If it can, we have a good shot at returning back to that 50-day. Okay, let's take a look here now at gold and silver. All right, here we have gold, here we have silver. Now you can see here gold, here we have this cup and handle situation, and this is actually working out here, not too bad, because you still see this uptrending and it's holding this key 8 SMA. Okay, that's going to be very critical. Okay, so downside, you want to watch 42.30. You really want to hold that. Your next level is going to be right down here, 42.03, and then we'll come down here to 41.94 level. We'll come down to the bottom there, 41.74, and then your next support level is going to be this 21-day at 41.43. Then we have right there at 40.85. We have a retest down here at 39.73, and then all the way down here at 39.01. But we're holding this very, very nicely. Okay, what did I do there? Okay, all right, we're back there. Okay, so this is what it is. We've got to hold that key 8D. Now on the upside, this is the first level you want to watch is going to be that 42.50. Okay, then the next level we're going to be doing is looking at that 42.99. Just click on that price channel, see that 42.99. That's going to be key. Right now we have sideways consolidation. If we can crack that, then we come right up here, 43.46 and then 43.98. That's your big target. We crack that, you're going to head right towards that 4,500 mark. Okay, but right now we have this sideways consolidation. The 8 days moving up, 21 days moving up, 50 days moving up. So this is looking very, very bullish. Right now I have no trade. What I'm really looking for in the first test is going to be 42.50, but this is the level I'm looking at is that 42.99. We close above, then what I do is I'll jump into GLD and we'll head it right to that 43.98. Okay, 63, you got plenty of room to the run to the upside. The green is over your red, shows momentum to the upside, and we have a nice, good uptrending chart with some consolidation. So don't get too excited about this. If you're trading this, just watch that 8-day, very, very key. We lose that. Watch the 21-day, and then watch that 50 SMA for support levels. Okay, silver, look a little bit better here. Look at this, okay? See? Well, actually, it's pretty much the same. We got that sideways consolidation. So when you look at these blue lines here, see this blue line here? Kind of, all that is just the price channel. And when the price gets outside that channel, okay, it wants to come back in, okay, head towards that 8-day. So, and that's exactly what we do. We have sideways consolidation, which is actually working out not too bad. The key is going to be this 59.65, but for me, it's going to be clearing that 60 mark. That flat 60 is going, it's like a mindset kind of thing. You got to clear that 60. Once you clear above that 60, then you can head to that 61, 62, 63, 64. And I mean, it can just keep right on up. You can do fibs and we can see how high it's actually going to go. But again, watch that 59.60. That's going to be your big time resistance. On the downside, watch this 8-day. This is going to be key at that 56.91. We start losing that area, then we can come down the top of that candle. You're looking at 54.41. We look over here, 53.76, and then we have your 21-day at 52.93 level. Okay, but right now here we just have sideways consolidation. For me, I have no trade going, so I'm waiting for this 59.65 to get taken out. Realistically, I'm looking for that 60 mark, then I'll jump in the SLV. Okay, now right here we have like overbought condition, came right on down. Now we got to see if we're going to do a negative divergence here or what we're going to do. But again, just be a little bit careful because we are at that nosebleed section and the green is up all over your red. It's way different than what we have here with the gold. Okay, but again, watch that 59.65 on the upside. Watch right here, 56.91 on the downside. Okay, let's take a look here now at crude oil. Here we have crude oil, daily and your weekly chart. Now you can see here how we're still downtrending. Okay, see this right here? Okay, that 50-day, it's everything. Every morning I come in, I tell you the same thing. Every afternoon I tell you the same thing. But again, I mean, I can make something up, but realistically, the 50-day is everything. Okay, so you can see how I went into it, couldn't do it, and yesterday went right back into it again, and now we're sitting here on inside day. So realistically, this 50-day is 59.95. That's going to be very, very key. You have to get right above that 59.95. If you do, then we come next level is 60.70 level. Okay, and then we can go to your 61.28 level, and then we can come up here to your 62.19 level, then 63.72 level, and then we come up 65. Then we have 66.42 level. Okay, so that's what we're looking at. But right now we are downtrending situation. Okay, lower highs, lower lows, and we can't get through the 50-day. So once we get above that, then I think we have a nice good shot at that 61.28. Pretty much easy, and then we have to see what the reaction is once you get there. Okay, now downside right there, 21-day. That's everything. 59.26. You got to hold that. Next support level is 58.95, and then we'll come to the bottom there. 58.37 level, we'll come down here, 57.66, and retest down there at 57.10. You can work yourself down to 56.35 and 55.96. But again, right now, there's a big brouhaha going on here with the T-Man in Venezuela. So that could escalate to a war. And same way with blowing these drug boats out of the water. I think there's 22 of them that they've done blown up right now. So, you know, that's where it could get a little bit tricky and oil would go higher. Okay, any kind of war, any kind of thing that escalates crude like almost instantly. So always remember that. Even though we have this downtrend, okay, that could escalate it up, take it to that next level. So you got to be very, very careful. Now, here on the weekly chart, well, you can see here we're above this 8-day, which is good, 59.43. Next big level is going to be that 21-day. Then we have that 50-day there at 65.34 level. Okay. Now, this is not overbought or oversold. The green is over your red, but watch the 50-day. That is absolutely everything on the upside. 21-day, 8-day is everything on the downside. All right. Take a look here now at natural gas. All right. Here we have natural gas, your daily and your weekly chart. Now, why I always said up here, once we get through that 5 mark, then to see that it's that even number. Okay, that's the key. You got to have that even number, just like on silver. You got to have that 60. Once you get above it, then she'll just ease right on up, and that's exactly what it's doing, just like it did here. Okay, it rallied right on up here very slowly. Then we had sideways consolidation. Then we rallied up here very, very slowly, and now where we got as high today is 511. Your next target is going to be the same thing as I've been telling you. Is right here is going to be 536. Okay, that's going to be your next upside target. We get above that level, then we come down here 651 level. We come down here at, what am I talking about here? Sorry about that. 561, and then we have 572 a level. We'll come down here. We're going to get 522, and then we'll come up here at that 527. You work yourself all the way up to that 710 level and actually 760. But right now, your next level that we're looking for, as this is melting up, is going to be 536. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. So I'm long the UNG, and I trade the UNG. Okay, so that's what we're looking for there on the upside. Now on the downside, obviously what we want to do is we want to hold that 5 level. Okay, that 5 mark is going to be very, very key. Okay, you got 503, you got 498, but just look at that 5 mark. That's going to be very, very key. If we hold that, then we have that 485. That'll be your next support level, and then we come down here to that 461. But right now we've got a good melt up. Just stay with it. Okay, this is a really good trading range. Okay, so yesterday when those EIA report came all the way down to 487. Okay, so I waited. I got a little bit late there, but I waited, and I'm just holding that, and then I jumped right on up here, and then she just rallied right on up. Okay, so it was a really good day trade. But again, I am long, okay, the UNG, and I'm also trading the UNG because this time of the year you got the seasonality that is in play. Okay, so that's going to be very, very key. So right now here, just watch that 511. We keep on rallying up. You go 515, 520, but realistically, your target there is going to be 536. Okay, that's what I got for you. I'll be back here at our midday trading. We'll take a look here at some stocks. Right now, the old Nasdaq's up 95, and we got to see how this is all going to shake out. Meta still has a pretty good run going here. My TQQ's up there today. So things are looking here pretty good. We got to get kick Bitcoin in the ass, get it up over that 21-day, and then we can rally up. All right, trade what's in front of you. Now what you want.